with Counterpunch Boxing News. I am back. I've had a little rest, so I'm not as delirious. And I got some advice for everybody here. First off, don't work 17 hours and then try to drink. It's not good. Because I was delirious. Um, I was wasted, man. I was exhausted because we did a night shoot, and the night shoot was just, it was crazy. Let me turn these on. Hold on a second. I don't know if you guys. There we go. All right. Let's hit the like button. Let's bring other people on. Let's know. Is it Hadouken? Man, yeah, I was. We want Kurt. Am I too early? Whyte is a joke. Hearn used Whyte as a Joshua's protection for 5 years. I wouldn't say that. Karma. What's up, Karma? Long time no hear. Long time no hear. I hope everybody's well. Actually, man, I just woke up. Hold on a second. Okay. All right, here we go. Audio good. Okay, cool. All right. Because I had an echo, so everything I was saying, it was coming back at me, which is crazy. But let's talk about the aftermath. Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, taking on Dillian, the body snatcher, and Dillian was stopped with the uppercut. Let me tell you guys something. I've been telling people who would ever listen. Nobody listened when I talked about Povetkin, okay? Whyte does not and cannot take uppercuts. That's the fourth person, understand, the fourth person that has put Dillian Whyte on his ass. Absolutely. The fourth person. Let's hit that like button. First, we had Joshua, knocked him out, 9th. Then we had Oscar Rivas, knocked him down, 9th. Crazy. Then we had Povetkin, knocked him out in 5. Then we had round number 6, which I didn't even think it lasted that long. Knocked him out 2. Okay, because he wasn't able to do anything else. When he got up, you could tell Tyson Fury caught him with an uppercut. And see, people might say, well, at least he got up. Yes, at least he did get up. And we're going to do more analyzing on that. Let me read some of these comments. Excellent. This is great. Listening while at work. Mark Fig, counterpunch to you. Whyte was not easy. Much respect, Ed Watts. Guys, any word from Hearn for the narrative to use Whyte's loss? I haven't heard from Hearn. Where the hell is he? That's a good question. Because normally, you know, the aftermath, the reactions, right? How did these guys react to it? We got Dillian Whyte. We have Derek Chisora. I haven't heard anything from David Hay. It's like people's quiet now. Quiet. See, that's the thing. I give credit when credit's due. Like I told you guys, if Tyson Fury stops Dillian Whyte, that's another name on that list. So we have Vladimir. We have Deontay Wilder 3 times. And we have now Dillian Whyte. He took out the 2 DWs. So, hey, it's a good thing. It's a very good thing. Kryptonite uppercut. Smix 85. Absolutely. Absolutely. Eddie must be crushed. He might be. You know? Dillian Whyte, I don't know what else he could do at this point. But let me tell you guys something. I'm going to break this down. I was going to do a video on it. Now let me just go live about it. And crazy thing about it, the only thing I seen Dillian Whyte could do, he could throw the body shot. You know, and I thought he was going to more come in, bow, whack to the body, bow, whack to the body, bow, whack to the body, and then eventually come upstairs. You know what happened? Let me tell you what happened. The opposite. Tyson Fury came in there, okay? He came in there faster, quicker, more accurate. Dillian Whyte couldn't even catch him. Like the 5th round, he punished him. Like he made Dillian Whyte look like a second-class fighter. It was crazy because like Dillian Whyte would throw these wild looping shots, and I thought those wild looping shots would kind of be like Maidana and Mayweather almost. Let's get that like button. We got over 100 people in here, and no one's hit the like button except you 21 personal favorite individuals. Everyone needs to hit that like button. But he was going to the body with Dillian Whyte. The jab was bothering Dillian Whyte. It was crazy. The jab was bothering. That jab, bah, that, bah. He was catching Dillian off guard because I had to watch it again. Because again, I had just got off, and UK time, the US time, if you get off at 9 a.m. and I was at work at 6, so 6 p.m. to 9 a.m. So I just really got in. Passed out, woke up, it's like 2 o'clock. It was crazy, and I didn't have the right type of sleep. It was bad, but I didn't really see the fight like I should have until I watched it again. Dillian Whyte could not answer for the speed. He couldn't compensate for the speed. The speed was killing him. That's what it was. He was always a step off. Like that one beat off. Bap! Bap! He was off a beat. But so I do apologize on the live stream. It was crazy because I was like, you know, I'm sitting there trying to keep my eyes open and I'm tired and I'm like, yo. Also, the reach of Fury and his speed was crazy. Look, the speed, it wasn't the reach. It was the speed because Whyte, he was doing a good job of staying with Tyson Fury, but he was only staying with Tyson Fury to get punched. Yeah, Wilder, the 2 and the 3. Wilder has a sledge. 94,000 fans. That's Paula Harrison. This fight shows how good Wilder is. Well, no, this is the thing. I will say this. It shows you that the style of Deontay Wilder better fit Tyson Fury. Why? Because Wilder is a he's a sharpshooter. He's a long-range fighter. See, Dillian Whyte was trying to get in there and mix it up. And what did Tyson Fury do? Tyson Fury wrapped him up. Smartest thing you could ever do. They asked Floyd Mayweather. I remember they asked Floyd one time. They were like, hey, Floyd, what are you going to do when Manny Pacquiao throws 10 punches at you? He showed you. Just tie him up. Just tie him up. Just tie him up. That's it. Just tie him up. And that's exactly what Tyson Fury did. Tyson Fury went on that southpaw stance, man, and it was crazy because it was like, it showed me that Tyson Fury's ring IQ is off the fucking chain. Because not only did he do that for a reason, he was effective doing it because he was trying to stay away from that left hook. Because he knew with all those times of sparring and all those rounds that they went back and forth, right? He knew that this guy can hurt me with a left hook. He knew Dillian Whyte had one. Dillian Whyte did not land a single left hook. A single one. Not that I saw. Wilder would have smashed Whyte. I could have told you that. Because Wilder is a fighter. Look, Wilder is a fighter he wants to catch you, and he needs that distance. Jab, jab, boop, boop, okay, I got caught. Jab, boop, boop, okay, I got caught. Bam, right, good night. Wilder is not an inside fighter. Dillian Whyte's inside fight game was totally nullified. Totally nullified. Fair play to Tyson, the Gypsy King, Fury. Because he wouldn't let Dillian Whyte do that. Dillian Whyte should have came in with the jab. And in even that, he was getting countered. The speed was too much. Boom, boom. Whyte is slow and predictable, end of. Well, let's put it this way. I'm not going to shit on Dillian Whyte because he was just slower than Tyson Fury. I did not know, and I knew Tyson Fury was faster. I just didn't know he was that much faster than Dillian Whyte. That's crazy. Wilder has also better chin than Whyte and better distance. Wilder would not allow Whyte to come in so close. Tim Mick, let me tell you something. First off, Wilder is a tough person because he knew how to do certain things, but he knew that he couldn't do other things. So you got to be tough to take inside punches. That's why Luis Ortiz was coming at him, because he was waiting, because Ortiz is always waiting for the counter. But Ortiz was beating Deontay Wilder on the inside with the counters. But it only takes that one right to say good night, bars. Fury's adjustable game is unbeatable. You must KO Fury cold. Body work, walk through the fire with educated feet and jab. Manipulations, head movement. Wilder would have killed Whyte. Well, here's the thing. I still want to see him fight. I mean, if Wilder doesn't retire and Whyte doesn't retire, why not? They ain't got nothing else to prove. To see who's the baddest DW in the land, right? That's it. The baddest DW in the land. So it's crazy because it's like, I love how the heavyweight division now, at least we saw the fight. At least nobody pulled out. At least it wasn't any drama. What was drama? The drama was the buildup. We should have seen more buildup. Wilder don't need an uppercut. I mean, he hit Ortiz with a right uppercut in the first fight. But that ain't what he needs. The right hand is coming. KO you. Boom, boom. You guys need to look carefully at Whyte's feet when moving forward. Seen a lot of discussion today about Fury versus a prime Lewis. What's your take? Lewis and Fury. Like prime Lewis and Fury now. I don't know. I don't know. The big guy, because I think Tyson Fury's faster than Lennox Lewis. But the thing is, how faster? I don't think he's faster than Dillian Whyte. I don't think he's faster, or let me word this right. I don't think that the speed difference is that much different like Whyte was with Fury. I think it would be at least be comparable, doable. I think because see, I think Lennox Lewis, because I heard him say one of the most difficult guys probably for me to fight would be Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury has that size and he's fast. Tyson Fury will wrap you up. Tyson Fury knows, hey, this is what I'm going to do. You know, you're not going to tee off on me on the inside. I'm not going to let that happen. So I don't know, because Lennox Lewis was a mother sucker. But I think he would get smothered by the size and the speed of Tyson Fury. The size, overall size, because Tyson Fury ain't going to let you go off and get hit with 1-2. He's going to grab you because he knows, like, look, I'm not going to let you hurt me. I'm not going to let you get off on these shots. Wilder should fight the winner of Joyce and Parker. That would be big. That would be big. And those are two guys. And Joseph Parker's still a young man, though. He's only like 30, ain't he? Ain't he like 30 years old? Lennox is extremely ambidextrous. Where am I looking at? Whyte was really disappointed. Whyte really disappointed me, man. The nerves got to him. Also, Kurt, it's clear to me, overweight fighters get old overnight. Weight of 2015 is 10 times better than he was in yesterday's Whyte. I believe that. And you have to take into effect, when did he spar Tyson Fury? When he was a lot smaller. So you got a point on that, because I've been saying that. Dillian Whyte's big. Look, you can't. And I know he's putting all them muscles on and shit like that, eating a lot. 253. Look, let me tell you something. Dillian Whyte needs to be about 225. He needs to be 225. Because I told you guys, his top weight versus his bottom weight, it's not the same. He's too big upstairs. So when he swings, he's off balance because he's not naturally that big. Or he's overweight. Let's put it that way. He's overweight. And since he's overweight, we all know he can't swing and stay on balance with all that damn weight on him. Think about it. You know, you're swinging and you're doing this. I'm swinging. Pop. I'm not doing this. What the hell is that? Well, I mean, what is that really about? Like, let's be real. Wilder versus Joyce would be a crazy, unstoppable force versus an immovable object. I don't know. But here's the thing. This balances everything out. People can't trash Wilder, right? Without trashing Whyte. You know what I mean? I think, this is what I think. I think Wilder has a tougher chin, a better chin, definitely, because he took shots from Fury all night. He was knocked out in the 11th, not the 6th. Kurt, the scary thing about Fury is that he appears to be still improving even at the age of 33. That's why, you're absolutely right, but that's why, though, I disagree with him retiring. Now, here's the pros and cons with me. The worst thing I ever want to see any boxer go through is CTE, okay? When you've been hit with too many blows, you're punch drunk, and you can tell. You can't hold a conversation. You can't remember shit. You get angry quick. You know what I mean? You're fucking half nuts because you've had so much damage to your brain to the point your brain is fucked, okay? So, you know, you're like, you like, fuck, you know, I used to box with you, see what I mean? That's sad, bro. Not kidding. That shit, hey, bro, not kidding. That shit's crazy, right? Fury showed he can box, beat up a fighter, trade punches, and win. Big Baby defeats AJ. Big Baby and AJ. I don't know about that because we don't know what Jarrell. Which Big Baby? You talking about Jarrell Miller? I'm assuming you're talking about Jarrell Miller. So, listen. We don't know what Jarrell Miller's got. We don't know what he really is about because he was cheating. Let's just be real. He took drugs, and we don't know. For all we know, we can assume that he took drugs every fight. We can only assume that. And since we can only assume that, this is all we have to go on. He tested dirty. He's going to have to prove himself. Big Baby sparred Fury and said he's on the next level. Well, Tyson Fury beat the shit out of Big Baby anyway. He dropped him 7 times. That's what Fury said. So, yeah, I mean, I believe that. Lewis is jealous of Fury because he knows he's better than him. Well, here's the thing, man. Lewis fought 20 years ago, bro. All right? So, I don't like discussions like that. You can talk about all day long. I think Lennox Lewis was very good. I don't think he was respected. I just didn't like him, but I respected him. Okay? But he was on the next level. Lennox Lewis would beat your ass. I wouldn't fight Lennox Lewis now. Lennox Lewis ain't gonna I ain't fighting Lennox Lewis now. I would not fight him at what, he's like 57? 58? I wouldn't fight him now. I would not fight Lennox because no. I ain't messing with Lennox. Now, unless he approached me or something like, hey, you counter-punch boxing. You're trash. Cut. Let me tell you something, Cut. I'll fucking kick you now. You better two-piece him. Get him out of there. Run. Leave. Who would fight him? Benjamin, I totally agree, mate. Whyte looked puzzled. He was puzzled. He didn't know what to do. He had no answer for whatever Tyson Fury was doing. But here's the thing. Tyson Fury, though, did not exchange blows because he didn't have to. Tyson Fury fought smart. He went in there and he boxed and he picked his spots perfectly. He did not go in there and do what he said he was going to do because he didn't need to. Once he found out Whyte was like spaces a lot slower than him, he already knew. I ain't got to do this shit. Why would I give up my advantage when I know this dude is slower than molasses in wintertime? I got him. It was back. He was just dude. Fury did that. There's only one Tyson Fury. That's what you got. There is only one of those guys. But whoever said it, shout out to you. He looks like he's getting better. But then who was he in there with? A style from a guy that was looking to brawl, and he did not have to brawl with Dillian Whyte because he was a better boxer. And then his jabs was hurting Dillian Whyte. The man's jabs was hurting him. Fury pushed him down. No, he hit him, and he knew he was going down. That's just like saying Lennox Lewis set down Mike Tyson when he uppercutted him. He still uppercutted him, though. He just helped him. Boop! There you go. Boop! There you go. Prime Burt DeVille sparks Prime Lewis, no problem. Too big, too strong. Oh, I don't know about that one. I appreciate it, but I don't know about that one because Lennox is a beast, dude. Like one right hand I'd probably be waking up from something. Mr. DeVille, you're at Covington Regional Hospital. They found you unconscious in the parking lot of Hampton Inn. They got cameras. It seems like a big guy with stubbles in his hair, wearing a suit, came up and said, "Floating rib shot." And boom. Right? You didn't see him coming. You should have. Are you okay? So, no. Whyte will be begging Whyte to take the fight with him now. No. Nah. Whyte, though, I think Whyte needs to get a premier fight. Tyson Fury shouldn't retire. Dillian Whyte, maybe he should But let's give it some time. Let's see how he reacts. He walked out. He really didn't give a press conference or anything like that. So we don't know. Whyte looked slower than usual, like he weighed 300 pounds. He was just overweight. That man was overweight. If anything, he should have came in smaller because he had to be faster. And he needed to be smaller to put in work on the inside. See, looking at that fight, what could he have improved? Well, for one, he should have got in there, came in there, fighting for everything he could possibly get. Shoulders, chest, arms, everywhere. You know, he was hit behind the head. I mean, both of them were doing that, but he should have fought for everything that he could actually do, but he couldn't do that because he wasn't fast enough. He was not fast enough. Whyte can fight Oscar Rivas at Bridgerweight. No, because for one, Dillian Whyte's not a Bridgerweight guy. I can't even believe I'm defending that because Bridgerweight doesn't even exist. Mauricio Suleiman made that up, right? So no, he's not that at all. Whyte should fight. Whyline should fight Ruiz. Whyline wins. Ruiz won't fight him. Ruiz is spoiled from the paycheck of Anthony Joshua. I mean, look, like on some real shit, I wouldn't really be fighting for people. He's spoiled. Él es mimado. He's spoiled, bro, because he knew. I've never seen that many zeros. I've never seen that many zeros. So when you get that type of money, the same thing happened. I'm gonna tell you guys. Same thing happened to Ruiz. Happened to Golovkin. Think about it. Golovkin, you know, good boy. Wanted to fight everybody. Nobody really wanted to fight him. Everybody was running from him. You know what I mean? Everybody was running from this dude. Whyline versus Wilder. I'd watch that. Wilder would knock out Whyline though. But Whyline would also be fast. And if you can get in and land those shots with Tyson Fury, you can do that with Deontay Wilder. Fury is a master boxer. Jay Rodriguez, he is. Man, Tyson Fury really impressed me, man. Tyson Fury, he looked better. And you know why, though? Here's the thing. Fury was able to do more because he wasn't worried about certain punches landing. See, with Wilder, he always had to kind of watch out for that overhand right hand. Because if he gets caught with it, he knew, yo, I'm better than Deontay Wilder. I can box better. I'm quicker. But if he hits me, it could be over. So that was always on Tyson Fury's mind, fighting Deontay Wilder. But with Dillian Whyte, he knew, I got this guy in speed. And if he does hit me, I need to be knocked out. Because he's just so much faster. It was the speed in that fight. That was it. The speed was just too much. But then he was able to show off. He was able to show how good he was. That's why it appeared to look better, because Dillian Whyte was too slow. He couldn't get off those punches. He didn't have that sledgehammer right hand to worry about. He has a good left hook, but he would have to hurt Tyson Fury. That's what I thought he would eventually throw. And then even when he threw the right hand, he was off. Wilder will kill Whyte in just a second. Wilder would kill anyone if he hits him with that right hand, bro. That Whyte hand will do you in. Uppercut was the game plan. Go sugar. I think so. They timed that. And you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. Rosewood Steel, shout out to you. Counter punch. Great counter punch. I'm going to tell you why. Do you know how many times Tyson Fury went to the body? I mean, Tyson Fury was bit. And he was doing that because he wanted Dillian Whyte here. Okay? He wanted his hands here because eventually somebody keeps hitting you to the stomach. Your arms your defenses are going to go and move south. They're going to navigate south naturally because you don't like to get hit to the body. And those punches were sharp. They were fresh. And he was doing that because all he knew was sit back, uppercut. Say what you want about Povetkin. The man can hit harder than Tyson Fury. He was out cold. A 40-year-old man knocked out Dillian Whyte cold. At least he got up from Tyson Fury. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter. I'm not hating. I'm saying it to say this. Tyson Fury knew what to do, and because he's seen it before. He's seen AJ knock him out an uppercut. He's seen Oscar Rivas, a smaller Oscar Rivas, catch him with an uppercut. He seen Povetkin knock him out cold with an uppercut. And he was like, you know what? Let's just hit this motherfucker with an uppercut. Because he was busting up Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte was getting affected by those shots. But that's what it was. You know what I mean? That's exactly what it was. He was attacking that body. How? Just like Povetkin was. Povetkin would go into that body. I remember Dean Whyte wanted to come in and tell Dillian, yo, watch yourself. Because he's trying to set up the uppercut because he's going to the body too much. Dillian and his team had no answers for Fury. Well, he had no answers for that speed. Nope. And then when he got inside, he just wrapped him up. Because Tyson Fury is a strong, durable guy. And Tyson came in faster smaller, because he wanted to come in faster. He wanted to come in faster. That was it. It's crazy. Dillian got buck broken. That makes no sense at all. Fury KO the so-called hardest puncher in the world. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you decided to hear versus what I said. A lot of people tend to do that shit. Whyte ducked into Povetkin uppercut. It didn't matter. Povetkin fucking hit him. Buck broken. Whyte was in desperate mode from early on. Hey, Kurt, what does Fury do if he actually lost the unification fight? Then he should retire. Because at that point, well, you know what? I don't want him to retire, but I do agree with him retiring if he feels that his health is on the line. I don't give a shit. Because it's for our entertainment. You know what I mean? So I don't want to see Tyson Fury take unnecessary punches or damage that can infect. He has 6 kids, you think, or is it 5 or 6 kids? You think he don't want to enjoy his kids? All that damn money? Why would you have all that money if you can't even put a sentence together? Why would you even want that? So I do agree with that, but I don't agree with somebody, like we all know, looked better than he did in the other fights. So at the end of the day, the very end of the day, Tyson Fury shouldn't retire because he has a lot left. But then again, we hear different degrees of Tyson Fury anyway. So Tyson Fury might say that shit. Give him about 2 months. I'm coming back. I'm going to beat Alexander Usyk, the little middleweight. At watch. And I know what Tyson Fury's waiting on. My word, Joshua Usyk. That fight is back on. You know that, right? Mark my April 24th, 2022, live stream. Mark my words. Tyson Fury's waiting. He's waiting for the winner of Usyk, Joshua. He's waiting. He's waiting. He's waiting. And then he will come out. Look, he will come out and say, you know what? I'm the Gypsy King. I'm coming for my belts. Give me my belts back. Usyk will spark AJ. I agree. Fury will come back to fight the winner. Yep. He'll come back and fight the winner. Fury needs AJ to win. Well, here's my thing. Wasn't he going to fight Alexander Usyk anyway? Only Anderson and Usyk can beat Fury. Well, it would be difficult with Usyk because, see, Usyk It would be a good fight though, because Mark spank like a child. Oh, I want all the heavyweights to fight each other. Me too. Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg podcast. Hey, great. We got 100 likes. Let's keep them up. Let's keep them going. Fury wants more money. That's why he said he retired. Usyk's too small for Fury. Usyk was too small for AJ. Usyk was too small for Chisora. Usyk was too small for Witherspoon. Usyk was too small for fucking Tony Bellew. Come on, man. I'm not believing that shit no more. I think someone smaller could probably beat Tyson Fury because they have the speed and shit on their hands. He ain't fighting someone that he's faster than, or he's just amazingly faster than. Let's hit that like button. Tyson Fury will be a great and okay, he'll be the bad guy in an action film. Yeah, he would, but see, here's the thing about Fury. If Fury could get buff, like ripped, he would be one badass superstar. He could do that from 35 on to shit, the next 20 years. Tyson Fury has more speed than a drug den. Okay. Usyk is better than Cunningham, and he was whooping Fury. Well, Fury knows. He knows. He's been in there with that type of fighter. But Usyk, he's better. Usyk's better than a lot of fighters. Usyk is one of the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world. Usyk is the former undisputed. Usyk, you know what Usyk is? Usyk is the definition of Roy Jones, and that's a bold statement. He was what Roy Jones was. Roy Jones was that smaller, more skillful fighter that kept moving up, that did what he had to do. The only thing is, I hope Usyk doesn't do nothing stupid like Roy and try to go back down and weight, and then you lose all that muscle, you lose all that fat, you lose all that muscle, and that's not good. You're doing your body injustice by doing that. I got Fury over all of them. Too much for Usyk. Tyson too awkward and big. Agree. Usyk can't beat Fury. I can't say. See what I'm not going to do. And look, people do this shit all the time. They watch a fighter beat another fighter, and because of that performance, they base that performance off a fighter that they've never fought. I'm not going to do that because I know better. That ain't Alexander Usyk that he beat in there. That was Dillian Whyte, his mandatory, that's been mandatory forever. And honestly, I think Dillian Whyte's I think Dillian Whyte's prime is gone. I think Dillian Whyte's he was in his prime like 2018. All that weight gain didn't help him either. You know what I mean? But I don't think he wouldn't have beat Fury. Fury beat him. They're the same age. So, he did that. 55, 45. Like 90, 10, 95, 5. If you were going to rate the productivity of that fight. How good is Wilder now compared to Whyte? Well, I don't know. They ain't fought each other. I just know Wilder has a different style. Wilder's taller. Wilder's faster. Wilder has better timing. He has a better chin. So he can take punches that Dillian Whyte didn't take. He didn't rush every time Fury hit him with the jab. Okay? Like Whyte did. Whyte, he got hit with the jab. The shit was so fast, it stunned him more than anything else, but he was still affected by it. Wilder didn't do that. Wilder had a swole eye and everything. It didn't matter. Usyk don't know how to lose, so how can you say Fury beats him easy? I don't know how they say that, but people do that dumb shit. People will ride the coattail of a fighter that beat another fighter and then all of a sudden he can beat everybody. He fought Wilder, he fought Whyte, he fought Vlad. Okay? That's his 3 claim to fame right there. I would not be shocked if Usyk beat Fury. I'm using caps because I don't have my glasses. Well, I won't be surprised. You know, everybody has that fighter. Everyone has that fighter that can fill that puzzle piece. Okay? Everyone. Everyone has that person. Tyson Fury has it too. It's smaller, quicker, more. We know. See, here's this. Do you think Tyson Fury can hit harder than AJ? That's the question you ask yourself. Can he hit harder than Anthony Joshua? I don't think he can. See, Anthony Joshua hit Dillian Whyte. That motherfucker was out cold. Smelling sauce, smelling sauce. Muscle relaxer. Muscle relaxer. Right? So, no. So we know Usyk can take a punch. That's where I'm getting at. Right? And AJ hit him. And that's going to be a good fight too. He just needs more time to train. I hope Usyk's mind gets right because that's his strongest weapon. That, his ability to train and prepare. Yeah, he's right. But at the end of the day, at the very end of the day, Tyson Fury takes on Usyk, 2 undefeated fighters. That shit'll sell. They could put that back in Wembley, baby. And let's see if they can break that record. Ooh. Let's see if we can get 95,000. Why not? Let's see if we can do that. Why not? Let's see if we can do it. But Usyk, especially if he takes out AJ. Now, I don't think Whyte retires. Because I think he still wants to fight Anthony Joshua. And I don't think he beats Joshua. But he has a better chance of beating Joshua. Why? Because left hooks, overcommit. Because AJ likes to overcommit shots. Tyson is an old school 25-round fighter. They don't come along often. Well, Tyson Fury, man. And you heard him what he had to say in the press conference? I didn't train really well for this fight, but I'm fit as a fiddle. AJ has a better chance against Fury than Usyk. But if AJ can't beat Usyk, then we'll never know. Well, that's true, because Tyson Fury don't want to fight him. Tyson Fury's already said that. Ugh. Tyson Fury, he's already said that he thinks AJ will retire. That gives you stamina. I guess so. If Joshua and Whyte and these guys want to max their careers and be the best they can be, they need to fight more. Inactivity is biting these guys in. And it shows. Tyson Fury should fight Frank Sanchez. Frank is a good young fighter. He's a good young fighter. I want Wilder Joshua if AJ loses to Usyk. That would be great too. But that old Joshua's got 2 losses. Wilder's got 2 losses. Tyson Fury's on top. You know, Alexander Usyk's undefeated too. You know, something, man. Maybe Floyd had something. Maybe Floyd Mayweather was onto something. You think I'm gonna let a fighter with 5 losses beat me? I ain't gonna let nobody with 5 losses beat me. Sugar Shane Lil Mosey can't beat me. Vernon Forrest fucked you up. Winky Wright fucked you up. We got a super chat, John Giel. I accidentally clicked on some other podcast. All they were doing is hating. Taking Civil War. Won't root for Fury. Thank you for just talking boxing. Man, look. I give credit where credit's due because there's only one Tyson Fury. How you like that, my boy? Look, it's crazy. It's crazy. Tyson, man, deserves all the credit for the win. He got the knockout. It wasn't some bullshit decision. It wasn't him just boxing all night, even though he showed that he had the better boxing ability. He came in there and he did exactly what he needed to do. Good night, Whyte. Bars. Man. So, I think at the end of the day, though, we should have an undisputed fight. It would be a shame if Tyson Fury's not in it. You know what I mean? Hey, spend time with your family. Take 6 months off if you need. But don't retire. Shit, get wasted. Come back to 3 more years. You'll be 36. Lose a bunch of weight. Come back and take the throne. Still undefeated. Right? You defeated mental illness twice. I did it twice, me boy. Right? I want to know the pay-per-view numbers. Me too. New era for heavyweight boxing, and it's all English, baby. Well, it's not all English. Ukraine is not English. Fury made Whyte look juvenile. Yeah, the speed spoke for itself. The speed spoke for itself. Okay? That's exactly what happened. Speed kills. Tyson Fury killed Dillian Whyte with the speed. He had no answer for it. He had absolutely no answer for the speed. None. Wilder Joyce for the vacated WBC belt. Does Wilder stand a chance against Usyk? Yeah, he does. Wilder has a chance to stand against anybody. I love Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, I didn't like his excuses. I didn't like the bullshit he turned down that money against AJ. But you see now that Deontay Wilder is beatable, like we always know. But we seen that people would respect the loss that he had to Fury than Whyte. We got another super chat. Bill is in the building. If Fury is retired, how many fights would have to have before getting a shot? Wait, what? How many fights would he have to have before getting a shot? I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about. You talking about Dillian Whyte? Where's St. Don at? Where's St. Don? Keep asking why Whyte started Southpaw. Kurt. Oh, I don't know, E. Smith. Maybe he was just trying to offset what Fury was trying to do because he didn't know what Fury was doing. So if somebody confuses you, you do the same thing because you don't know what the intention is. You don't know why he's doing it. So I think Dillian Whyte just did that to throw Tyson Fury off, but Tyson Fury was doing that shit for a reason. Fury should fight the old man Luis Ortiz. Kurt, he might fight better than Whyte. Look, let me tell you something. How about this? I got one better than that. How about Luis Ortiz fight Dillian Whyte? I've always wanted to see that fight. I've rooted for that fight for a very long time. If he would have obeyed the instructions of Deontay Wilder, you fight Luis Ortiz, I'll give you an opportunity. Whyte didn't do it. In a build-up. But I think I always thought Ortiz would beat Dillian Whyte because the counter-punching abilities that Ortiz has, I don't know about now. He's over. Yeah, he would have beat Dillian Whyte then. It would have been a good fight. It would have been a better fight because it was either, I give that fight 5 rounds. Somebody's ass is getting laid out. Because Dillian Whyte, you know Dillian, the body snatcher, once he finds out he hurts you, he's going in for the kill. Big Baby versus anybody would be nice. Yep. I want to see Big Baby back. I want to see Big Baby back. Ortiz is a great grandfather. He's beating nobody else. Okay. Don't let his ass hit you with that left hand. Because those counters, baby, they always do the most harm. Miller has no place in boxing anymore. Yeah, he does. He's coming back. Matter of fact, he'll be back in a couple months. So I don't want to say that. That motherfucker might be the next champion, the next heavyweight American champion. Then he'll end up having to fight somebody like Jared Anderson, another big baby. Whyte is a grandfather already. Yeah, he actually is. Shit, if you had a kid at 13 and you 34, do the math. Usyk beats Fury, though, on points, no doubt. He could. That's not a Vladimir. That's not a Vitaly. That's none of that. Foreman Frazier. There were mind games. I think Whyte fell for him, including getting frustrated in the ring. Dillian Whyte is overrated, nothing in the top 10. Well, here's the thing, people. We can finally rejoice, okay? We can finally rejoice. All right? That Dillian Whyte got his opportunity. You got your opportunity. You fought for the throne. You lost the war. That's it. Okay? Joyce and Parker, who wins? Good question. Parker, I think, could outbox Joe Joyce, but for how long? Because look, I got Joyce for that fight. Believe it or not. You know why? Because Joyce is going to walk you down. And I think Joyce would do a better job than Chisora did even in the first fight. And I think Chisora beat Joseph Parker the first fight. So I think Joyce will walk him down and eventually beat up Joseph Parker. That's what I think will happen. Because, see, Joyce ain't going nowhere. And I don't see Parker knocking out Joyce either. He's going to be a guy that's going to be there. Now, Parker can surprise people with his speed and boxing ability because, remember, he's been training with Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, lately. He fights a lot like Tyson. He fights a lot like Tyson Fury, right? He fights a lot like him. Parker overrated. Parker, under Andy Lee, looks more improved. Well, here's the thing. Here's the deal, though, with that. He had him in the corner when he lost or got the decision from on Derek Chisora the first fight. Holy cow, Kurt, you've lost a ton of weight, bro. You look great. Health is wealth. Thank you, brother. Thank you. It's like, it's all coming in. It's all coming in. So, but, Just been working out, watching what I eat. Salmon, a lot of healthy proteins. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Thank you for the compliment. Usyk would be flying around Fury like a mosquito. He would have to. Because, see, Tyson Fury will go in to beat up Usyk. He ain't going to go in to box Usyk. Fury going to go in for the kill. Because he knows, I'm not going to fucking box this dude. What if he's a better boxer than me? Hell, Stephen Conahan was. So he ain't going to play that game with Usyk. He going to try to beat Usyk up, hit him with hard shots, catch his ass in the ropes, in the corner. That's when he's going to do the most work. Usyk, his better times in that fight, if they fight, will be in the middle of that ring. Circling. You know? What's your top 5 heavyweights? Tyson Fury. Well, Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, Joe Joyce, Frank Sanchez, Anthony Joshua. And not in that order, because I don't know who's better out of Usyk and Tyson Fury. And what I won't do, I won't jump on a bandwagon just because Tyson Fury beat his mandatory. Okay? You know what I mean? That's not a bigger win than him beating Anthony Joshua. It's not. Or Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk is the champion. All right? So it is what it is. Fury only unretires if AJ beats Usyk. Yeah, I told you. I'm telling you guys that. If Anthony Joshua beats Usyk, Tyson Fury, I'm back, AJ. You've got your stripes back, boyo. Let's go in Saudi Arabia for $300 million. Let's kick ass, Seabass. Fury only, okay, Dubois is Whyte 2.0, the better version of the original Whyte, fearless with strength. Dubois annihilates him today. Fury versus Joyce. Fury versus Joyce. I don't know. Nah, speed. He ain't gonna beat Fury. I don't care. I mean, that would be a 12-round fight. Joe Joyce would just get picked apart. He would get picked apart. But see, here's the thing. He ain't gonna go out like Whyte, but he ain't gonna beat up Tyson Fury. He ain't gonna beat up Tyson Fury. You seem like Fury is ducking Usyk for sure. Well, I just don't see if a fight almost was made, so you fight someone else, then you retire because you fought the alternative. No, the person that you primarily wanted to fight is the person that you should fight next. He just fought the alternative. Dillian Whyte was the alternative. That was the safer fight. Let me fight Whyte. I know Whyte. Right? Tyson Fury versus AJ. Book it. Joyce versus Fury is no contest. Joyce way too slow. The speed. I told you, it's the speed. Exactly. It's the speed, bro. The speed that look, Joyce will be bip, 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 bip. Right? Kurt looking trim, even cut and shave. Keep up the great channel, my man. Richard, thank you for the super chat. No, I had to cut it for the show. So, working on a new show, Color Purple. Halle Berry, Taraji Henson, Coleman Domingo, right? And a little known guy named Kurt DeVille. And others. You know, stunt performing. Because I'm a stunt performer in this fight, in this movie. So, but, you know, glad to get the opportunity. But here's the thing. I love talking to you guys. I love doing videos. That's my passion. Work is just work. I just hate that that this job was this week, because I could have done different things. You know, I wanted to be at home for this. I was gonna have get wings, have people over, have a big, you know, but no, I had to do it from a hotel room. And just really got off work. So I was delirious, crazy. I started to drink. And then when you're delirious and you're drinking, you're fucked up. Cruiserweight Kurt. No, I'm not a cruiserweight, bro. I'm definitely a heavyweight. AJ not gonna carry on if he gets whooped again. Well, St. Don, Fury retiring so he can come back makes the story. Yep. He wants to keep people guessing. Damn. I've never seen a waltz that fast. That motherfucker was like, he flew like a fly. Jeez. AJ going to come in lighter and faster and jump on Usyk. Well, I'll tell you this. He has to beat Usyk. Because if he doesn't, it's going to be bad, and it's going to be hard to sell a Tyson Fury fight, okay? Kurt is 250 plus. No, I'm not 250. No, I'm not. I'm probably about 238, maybe. I'm not 250. No, it's been times where I've been 250, but that's not a healthy weight for me. My healthy weight is maybe 225, 230. 230, I'm perfect. 225, when I'm getting down there, my legs look smaller, and I like my legs. So, no, I don't want to get that small, because I've been that small. And that wasn't healthy weight. That was weight just due to stress, because fucking people were stressing me out at the time. I was stressed. Can Fury ever be seen as the best heavyweight? Well, he has to beat the best in his era. And Dillian Whyte was not the best. He was not the best. So, he was a mandatory. He was dicked around. He spent millions of dollars. He spent millions of dollars to fight Tyson Fury. Over the years. So, but he got his opportunity. And that's, hey, that's all you can really see, right? I can see my toes. Then it's a healthy weight. Yeah, well, something else is in the way. Fury made it look easy, or Whyte was ill prepared. No. Just Fury's a better fighter than Dillian Whyte, man. The only way that Whyte was going to win, he called Fury. And that didn't happen. Jim Brown, you caught that, right? Whyte should go to the WBA or the IBF route. Well, Whyte needs to heal. And he should have done any of those, but there was only one guy that had that belt, and his name was Anthony Joshua. He could have fought Joshua in 2019, but he turned it down, if you guys can remember, because the money wasn't right. Kurt, can you double pump that rope? Yeah, I can. Whyte can in a way too heavy. Whyte came in way too heavy and was slow as a turtle. All right. We got another super chat. CD Towel. Whyte was saying the fight was close and Fury was lucky. P.S. Thank you all for the content. Wow. Thank you for the super chat, brother. No, that fight was not close. He was making Whyte look bad, and he made him look like he shouldn't even been in the ring with him, to be honest with you. I mean, you want me to keep it a buck? That's what I saw. I hear Frank is keeping some purse for the lack of promotion, so now does anybody really think the 20% was bad and they all think that he deserved 45? Well, that's one thing. But him keeping that money, that's bullshit. That's just so he don't have to pay Dillian Whyte. That's what I think. That's bullshit. You shouldn't do that. So now, Dillian Whyte's going to have to pay money to lawyers so Frank can give him his fucking money. You signed the contract, didn't you? Well, if he signed the contract, give him the money on the contract. Don't try to do bullshit like that. Just give it to him. Don't be a dick. And if he's doing that for a reason. And you've heard it here first. He's doing that shit for a reason. He don't want to pay Dillian Whyte, if that's the case. If he's holding some of Dillian Whyte's money, he's doing that shit because he wasn't trying to pay Dillian Whyte anyway. See, because how do we know that wasn't on purpose? Counterpunch. We don't know. We don't know if that was on purpose. So if he's trying to keep that man's money, he wrong. He dead wrong for that. And his ass needs to be counterpunched. Right? Fury made Whyte look like a tomato can. Depends on the pay-per-views. Yeah, it does. Those pay-per-views are trash. I'm keeping 20% of his money. Dillian Whyte's promotion was trash. Spence versus Crawford is going to happen for Undisputed. Yep. I believe it actually for the first time in my life. I think that fight will happen. Chris Rock has a better chin than Whyte. Oh. G.I. Jane 2? Can't wait to see it. How should I treat Dillian Whyte from now on when I see him jogging 15 minutes from my house? Hey, champ, looks too much. Ah, man, give him a break. He paid all that money to be the interim champion. So his belt is dissolved. He made some money. I hope he gets his money from Frank's ass. Take care of his family. I hope he's healthy. I hope he's well. It's a sport at the end of the day. He's a professional. And he lost. He's like second best. You know what I mean? But if you're second best, there has to be a first. AJ on top of the game. I feel bad for Whyte. They did him dirty. Boxing is a dirty game. Again, only speculation. It's not official. I hope Whyte takes the money and runs. Yeah, I hope he does too. I hope he takes the money and runs. That's what I hope. Okay. Are these guys all the same division? Spence, Crawford, Ugas, Porter. They all... I don't get that. Whyte was just happy to be in the mix. Whyte will prize fight like Dale. Well, Dale's just like, he's like, fuck it. I'm going to fight because I want to fight. I want more money, man. You give me more money, I'm going to fight. If you don't want to fight, I want more money. I like Derek Chisora, man. Derek Chisora is a mother sucker. I still want to see Whyte and Wilder go at it. Yeah, me too. I still want to see Whyte. Wait, do you think AJ would beat Fury if he had Sugar Hill in his corner? I'm not sure. I know that would be a better fight because Anthony Joshua is a better boxer than Whyte. Now, is he better than Tyson Fury? I don't think he's a better boxer. But I think the way AJ fights, AJ throws punches, bro. the Chisora impression. That's how Chisora is. I need money, man. I just need more money. I don't care what people say. The only thing I care about is my wife, what she thinks of me. I thought Whyte would have put up a better fight last night. He got outboxed bad. Kurt, you need to take us on tours of all the boxers' homes. Wonder how they live. No, not gonna be stopped. I'm not Ellie Setback, bro. Not Ellie Setback. It's hard to get boxers on the phone, let alone find out where they stay. Impression in the future would be the challenge. Sore impression. Promoters got to start doing more face-to-face interviews between the boxers. The fight would have been perfect for that. Wilder lasted longer than Whyte in the second Fury fight. He was knocking around. I mean, Fury would have hurt Wilder in the first fight if their fight wouldn't have got stopped because he would have just beat him down. He just knocked him out eventually. So 3 showed what 2 would have been. You know what I mean? That's all it is. What would have happened to Deontay Wilder in the second fight if the fight would have been the same thing that happened in the third fight? He would have just got beat up. He got beat up more. and you've been knocked out eventually. Kurt Star Boxing Promotions. I'm the man. Okay. Kurt, have you lost weight? Yeah. Working out, eating right, and stress. Too much emotion in the fight for Whyte. His energy wasted and destroyed his boxing. His maturity of the fighters. No way Fury destroying Usyk. AJ is with James. Yeah, I'm going to do a video about AJ here in a little bit. After I eat, drink a shitload of water, shower, then I'll do that video. So stay tuned for that. Guys, thank you guys for this live stream. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. You guys be blessed, be safe. And everyone on the chat has been counterpunched. Peace!